Hey, what's up, Black Birdie family? Welcome back to the channel. So today is something a little different. I'm going to do a 1-year review of my Tesla Model Y. So I don't want this video to be super long. I want to thank you guys for subscribing. Those that haven't, please subscribe to my channel. This is a golf channel, mainly a golf channel / travel. So let's go right into it. So I purchased this car back in January last year, and it's a little over a year. It's about a year and 3 months years old. So let's go with the positives. Number one, the color. New York Giants blue. I love the color. Love the white interior. Love the speed. Speed is great, which can be a negative in assortment of ways. What else? The technology is pretty cool. I like the fact that I can just drive it home, plug it in, and I'm good. Cargo space is pretty decent. I think it's the same as a RAV4 2022, 2023 version, the newest model. And I like the wheels. I like how it looks. The radio is really good, really nice sound system. Yeah, so that's about it for the positives. The negatives, let's see. The negatives for me would be how it's built. I think the quality is subpar. I had a bunch of Toyotas in the past. I had an Nissan Infiniti, and I feel as though the quality of the car is not up to par with, top tier cars in this price range. If you're closing the hood, it's very fragile, it's very flimsy. So I have a little demonstration. I'm literally pushing it down, pushing the trunk to close, and it's like, the hood is moving in and out, which is kind of like rubbery. What else? You need a subscription to utilize all those cool tech features of the car. So Netflix and, the games and Google Maps and all that good stuff. YouTube, you need a subscription. It's about $11 a month. And I decided I didn't want to do that. So another negative, which is a big one for me, is the range. It's advertised that the Model Y all-wheel drive is going to get 330 miles in range, and I started noticing my range would plummet, and month after month. I would say maybe within 5 months, I noticed my range was getting very, very low. So I decided to call Tesla, and I was like, what's going on? Can you do a diagnostic? And that's what they did. They checked the battery, and the battery was fine. The person I talked to said that, I'm basically, if you drive 70 miles or less, the range would be better, So going forward, I'm in the process of getting something else. So I'm trying to save on miles. So I have my wife driving the car around town or whatever during the week, and I take her car to work, and the miles stayed the same. I'm about 280 mile range, which is still pretty good, but they advertise 330. So, the range is really, annoying. I took too many trips down to North Carolina. The first trip, I went to Pinehurst, and in Pinehurst, they didn't have any chargers, let alone superchargers, nothing I can charge up at the facility or surrounding area within like a, 5-mile radius. So I literally had to charge up in the morning, drive about 50 miles, obviously played and, did my thing. And then I drove back to the hotel because I was staying in Raleigh. I drove back to the hotel, charged up. Actually, the charger wasn't at the hotel. It was at a Target. And that Target, I'm sure everybody knows that if you go to a charging station, you're the only one there. Your rate of charge is faster as opposed to other cars charging up at the same time. So, you're like, yes, you get there. Oh, man, it's great. I'm the only one here. And then slowly but surely, cars will trickle in, and then your rate of charge will slow down. So that was annoying. I ended up getting a flat going to work, and, I called the Tesla to get a mobile guy to come out. Yeah, so unfortunately, the mobile guy wasn't available. So I had my car towed to the nearest Tesla dealership in the area, which was in Arlington. I had to wait a day for the tire to arrive, and luckily, one of my coworkers gave me a ride home that night, and I was off the following day. So me and the wife, we just made a day of it. We went up to Northern Virginia, had some breakfast, and ended up getting my tire put on the following day. So that was kind of annoying. Another thing that's a negative is about the rim. The rim comes out a little more than the tire, so depending on how close you are to the curb, you can actually scratch your wheel, which that's what I did when I was in North Carolina the second time. So I actually had to get that fixed, which a place down in Richmond, flawless job. It was like $1.50 to get it fixed, but it was well worth it. All right, so yeah, that was pretty annoying. So the second trip down to North Carolina, I was down there for 3 days, and there was charging stations all over. I stayed in Greensboro, North Carolina. That's when I did the vlog with Clem and Algie. And during those 3 days, I charged going down, I charged going back, and then while I was down there, I charged about 3 times. So it was close to $60 in charging time, as well as the time I had to spend charging. I mean, I averaged about 20 minutes to 35 minutes to charge, which is kind of annoying. If you're doing a long distance trip, point A to point B, you want to get there without any interruptions. Sometimes people don't even want to stop for dinner or breakfast or lunch or whatever, because they want to get there immediately. Least amount of stops possible. That's how I travel. And with this car, it's impossible. When I have my Prius, I can get from my house all the way to Myrtle Beach on 1 tank of gas. And, that's kind of extreme. There's an electric car. That's a hybrid, but still, it was only like at the time, gas was like $2 and change or whatever a gallon. Maybe I paid a little over $20, maybe $22, $19, So yeah, that was my biggest gripe, was the range. And I didn't really anticipate hating that so much, my sons, the first trip they came with me and they had to wait. We watched Netflix and stuff like that, but it was still annoying. It was like, we want to get there already. So having this car, 9 times out of 10 is going to take you a longer time to get to your destination. And that's the main reason why I'm not a fan of the Tesla. Trust me, I was. I had Tesla stock. I bought a couple stock, and I took the red pill, basically. That's what they say. Take the red pill. I was gassed. Everybody was gassed. I was gassing everybody else. But I'm going to be honest with you guys. I consider it a mistake. I shouldn't have gotten this car now for me, because of my channel, because I have a long commute to work, about 60 miles one way, and I want to do stuff with my sons on the weekends, like go to different states. I want to do little mini golf trips to Pennsylvania and Atlanta and back to North Carolina and stuff like that. And just having this Tesla is annoying. So with that being said, I hope you guys, consider what I say. I'm not saying it's a bad car. It's a great car. It's a great electric car. It's just not for me. For what I want to do, it's just not for me. And, it's going to be on sale soon, fairly soon. I would say hopefully by the end of the month, first 2 weeks of May, I should have something new. And I'm not going to mention what it is, but it's going to be nice. It's not going to be as expensive as this, but it's going to be nice. It's going to be comfortable, and it's going to be efficient. So I want to thank you guys for listening. If you have any questions, shoot me a DM in Instagram or write in the comments. And thanks again for checking out my channel. And please like, share, and subscribe. Peace.